Good morning, people. Welcome to the show, the Gooner Tokes. It's game day, and we are the only show in town today. It is Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, Carabao Cup. Gonna get into my prediction for the starting 11, for the game, what I think is gonna happen. But first of all, y'all know what to do. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, help me grow the channel, all that lovely stuff. And let's get right into it because later this evening, it is Carabao Cup action time. And if we win this, it takes us to a semi-final against Chelsea and one step closer to the final itself, right? So it's something we want to do. I think it's a good opportunity to get a trophy early on. And so, yeah, we're gonna have a big performance, right? To be fair, Palace in the last game really didn't perform that well at all, and they started a pretty strong team. Wharton started, Guay started, Mateta started, so all of their big guys started, and they got pumped by Leeds 4-1. So Palace not in the best of form at the minute. They also struggled in midweek before that in a European game. So maybe it's a good time for us to be taking them on. Maybe, right? All I know is that there's going to be probably a lot of changes for both sides again because games are thick and fast again after this game midweek. Tomorrow we've got, or today, sorry, we've got a big game at the weekend against Brighton, which we need to win to keep the pressure on the others fighting for the title. Obviously, it's really tight at the top, but it's all about the cup today, innit? So let's talk a little bit about what I think is going to happen. I mean, I expect there to be a lot of changes, first of all, right? I think it's a good opportunity to maybe freshen things up in the squad, although I don't think there's going to be wholesale changes because Arteta likes to keep a little bit of rhythm with the players. But we need to win. I think like I said, it's a great opportunity to get another trophy under the belt of Arteta, and I really want to see us pushing for this now. We're so close. If we can get to that semi-final and then, play Chelsea, get past them, anything can happen in the final. And, teams who win that Carabao Cup, often it can be a little bit of a push, a motivation for, getting the league or Champions League maybe at the end of the season. So it's a great competition to try and win, So if we talk about who's going to start, I think it might look a little something like this. I think Raya's going to play, I guess, although maybe Kepa will come in. Maybe Kepa will come in. In defense, we're going to have pretty much who it was, right? I don't see, there's not that much opportunity to make changes in defense, really. So the only thing I can think of is Lewis Skelly coming in and Calafiori coming out. Although Calafiori could move to centre half and give Nkapie a break because he's played a little bit more. So there's not a lot to move around in defence, but if anything happens that's going to surprise, I think it might be Calafiori playing centre half next to Saliba and Nkapie getting a break and Miles Lewis Skelly playing left back. But I expect it to look something like this, the defence. Then moving into midfield, yeah, Rice and Zubi will probably play, I guess. I wouldn't mind seeing more changes there. I wouldn't mind Norgard coming in, or maybe Merino or something like that. So we could see something going on there. But I think it's really hard to predict what Arteta's going to do for this, especially considering we have a game at the weekend. But I think Eze will probably come in. Eze against Palace, he did well in the league. He got the winner against them when we played them. So I think it's a good opportunity for Eze to try and find a bit of form again because he's not really been in form of late, has he? And we want to get him, fit and firing and being able to contribute to the team. He's looked a little bit lost the last time he's played for us, and so really needs to get a little bit of rhythm now and start performing again. Because, hey, I love Eze. I got high hopes for him, and so it's time for him to start performing. Do you know what I mean? I think we'll see a few changes in attack. I think Saka will come out, Madueke will come in. I think it's a good game for him. I think Martinelli as well could come in and give Trossard a break. But I think Gyökeres will probably continue as the centre forward. Although, hey, maybe Jesus will start. This is like, my idea of who would start. This is kind of what I would do, but I don't know what Arteta's going to do exactly. All I know he's going to make a few changes, but he's going to want to keep the rhythm in the team as it is. You know what I mean? So let's see how that goes. But for me, I think that's who the starting 11 is going to be. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments? Is Arteta going to make more changes, or is he just going to stick with a more trusted team like he has in the Premier League, you know? What do you think about it? But I think, like I said, great opportunity for us to try and get closer to that final. You know, we're playing at home, so we can definitely make that home advantage count. Our next couple of games are at home, actually. We got Brighton after this, but it's all about getting the win today. So that's who I think is really going to start. What I think is going to happen in terms of the score line? Well, obviously, I'm hoping we win. I think Palace are looking good. They did get a goal in their last game, but they're not looking great at the minute. So I think we can probably keep them quiet. So I want to see a clean sheet. And then a couple of goals would be great. So I'm going to predict another 2-0. I predicted that in the last game. It ended up being just 1-0. That's all we needed against Everton. Yo, I'll take that again. No problem. Give me 1-0 all over again. But I think 2-0, I'll take that. We need to get past Palace. We need to get one step closer to the final because it's there to be won, innit? Right? We can get past Chelsea. I think that's very doable. And then see what happens in the final. But it's all about Palace later, innit? And today is the last day of work for me. The holidays are starting, so I'm super excited to kick that off with the football. Even though we're not going to have a game until the 27th because somebody has cancelled Boxing Day apparently. Like, what is that all about? Just protecting the Saturday fixtures? Ridiculous. Everybody's waiting to watch some football on Boxing Day. Now I'm going to have to, like, interact with people instead of watching football. But I think United is the only game later on Boxing Day, so we'll probably end up watching that one. But, yeah, we got a big chance to get closer to winning a trophy. Arteta, guys, we got to win. Do you know what I mean? So, just wanted to do a quick video, quick preview of the game later. I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to be doing my match reaction and all that kind of stuff. And hey, everybody whose holidays are starting today, enjoy the time off. Christmas time, happy holidays, all that kind of stuff. Hey, if you're not celebrating Christmas, just enjoy the season and, you know, all that goodwill. Hopefully, we don't show any goodwill to Palace later and we stuff them because I want us to win a trophy. And let's start with the Carabao Cup, right? Hey, people, why don't you enjoy this day? Go do your last minute shopping. I'm all done with that, thankfully. I don't need to go to the city centre anymore. But I will see you later for my match reaction. Have a great day, people. Peace. Bye.